Should the monster layers not have cleared away all these rocks and broken pillars and all the hay and whatnot? No, that's where I just was. What am I doing? Lost underwater. This isn't even the underwater section of the game. I don't know what's going on. Alright, well, we'll find it. We'll find it. Oh, you know what? I know how we... I just had a brainwave. I just had a great idea. Instead of having to remember, like rely on my fallible human brain. Do these statues tell us where we go? Downward under the sea. But if I do this... Yeah, you can see it. It's right there. It's the southwestern island. So I was going... I could not have been going more the wrong direction than that. That was infinity in the wrong direction. Completely... Oh. I've only played 2 of the Phantasy Star games. I played Phantasy Star 4 we rented as we were kids. And I replayed it as an adult thinking, 16-bit RPG. It's going to be like a... It's going to be good. Like one of the Final Fantasy games or like a Breath of Fire. Nope. Did not like Phantasy Star 4 very much. Not a fan when I replayed it. I found it just very grindy. The story is good. Excuse me. The story was nice. And well told. I like how it has like a comic book style aesthetic going for it. I think it meshes the fantasy and sci-fi elements together really, really well. This is where... Yeah, here they are. Yeah, it's not on Bluster, because Bluster, we use the Thunder Ring to kill the metal gorillas. I told you losers I'd be back for my revenge. And this mermaid is important. Yeah. Let's make sure we go back and talk to her. And I'm going to nitpick something about this game. Something that didn't bother me that much until this playthrough, but now I can't stop noticing it. Is I wish when you got to the edges of the screen here, I wish the actual maps were large enough that you didn't reach the edge of the screen. Because it doesn't feel like an island out in the middle of like an infinite ocean. When you get to the edge of the map and it stops scrolling and now I'm 2 tiles away, it feels like I'm at the edge of a video game map. That's a tricky problem to deal with, but like I don't know what kind of limitations, restrictions that this game was under during development, but that has been bothering me as I've been going back through the game. Will you send me back to the seabed? I would love to go back. Thank you. And let's go ahead and put our magic armor back on. And this mermaid has something great for me, right? The red hot stick. The phoenix resides on the stick. Awesome. So the second red hot item is going to be back in Greenwood, once we get the ghost killing sword, and the third is going to be in the very final dungeon of the game. So, many years later, which is to say very recently, within the past couple of years, I replayed, or I'm sorry, I didn't replay. I played for the first time, because I had never played it before, the original Phantasy Star 1, and I really, really enjoyed it. Again, it's a very grindy game. Also, I released a cat, didn't I? Where's this cat? What's up, cat? Second floor in an attic. Not yet, it doesn't. Give me time. But the grindiness in Phantasy Star 1 felt more appropriate because it's not really an RPG in the sense that Final Fantasy and Breath of Fire are RPGs. It's a dungeon hack game. You go in, you've got the 3D dungeons, like they used to be wireform dungeons way back in like the Ultima 1 days, but you map out the dungeons, and I'm already very close to dead. Whew! Did I put on the wrong armor? Maybe I accidentally unequipped my armor, or maybe those bulldozers just, nope, they just don't even cur. But I like drawing out maps. I replayed The Bard's Tale. They re-released I guess, an HD version of Bard's Tale on Steam. They put out the Bard's Tale trilogy. And I never played Bard's Tale 3. I played 1 and 2 back in the old Amiga days. So I'm kind of looking forward to going through Bard's Tale 3. I was also very excited for Bard's Tale 4 when they announced it, but I've since seen like gameplay footage of it, and it's gotten bad reviews. It doesn't look very fun to play. It's not... what I wanted was just a modern game with the Bard's Tale formula, you know what I mean? Like, what I really wanted was just nicer graphics and basically the same gameplay mechanics, and that's not what it is. So, they changed it, now it sucks. You know how it goes. I can't use the recover sword on these guys even if I wanted to, so... Who's left? Oh, you're left. Oh, that's a mean trick. Lovely. Oh, one more. Oh, they're all going to come up this way, aren't they? Yep. Nice. Oh, even more, huh? More scrubbing bubbles, men. It's nice to know that Dr. Leo wanted to keep his house clean, though. Okay, where are we coming back? Which aisle are we coming up here? That's one down. Where did those mice get off to, though? Oh, they're going all over the place. They come back down here, right? I don't even know. They're gone. Oh, I lost them. We just went through this problem with scorpions not long ago, I feel like. Here we go. Here we go. I got you. I got you. Aha. Excellent time for a level up as well, if I may say so myself. Do I have my power bracelet on? I do. Okay. Alright. More houseplants and house pets and tables with souls. Dr. Leo was an interesting man with many fur babies. Hashtag fur babies. I don't consider my pets my children. I think that's a little disingenuous. People who consider their pets their children. I don't know, they creep me out a little bit. I mean, I love my dogs. Correction, I love one of my dogs. I don't love the one that's scratching my door right now at, what is it, 2 in the morning? We're just reinstalling all Dr. Leo's pipes for him. Where'd the mice go? One more monster lair and they're mice. They live in that monster lair there. Where are they? Before we go downstairs. But they're firmly pets. I don't consider them my kids. And sometimes when people like consider their pets their children, like, oh, you know, I'm a doggy mommy. Like sometimes, you know what I can do? I can just... Oh, no, they're back. I was just gonna go down to the other screen and come back and see if reloading the screen reset their positioning. Anyway. Sometimes people, like, they're just being... they're just joking, obviously. Some people, they're being facetious when they say that, you know, oh, my cats are my babies or whatever. But some people definitely are not. And... oh, we're gonna get more use out of our ice armor here, aren't we? This is actually going really well. This is a good spot for Helicopter Buddy here. Okay, yeah, we're gonna need to put on some ice armor. Nice, got all the snakes. All the bubbly snakes. Beautiful, 3 monster layers down. And some people you can't really tell if they're being serious or not. Sometimes I can't tell when my wife says it. Like, we'll have friends that come over and talk about their kids or whatever, and then he looks as though he's suffering. You know, I'm not really worried about a cat suffering. I think we'll let him suffer in silence and continue to explore Dr. Leo's excellent dungeon here that he built for us. So that does worry me. Sometimes I can't even tell if my own wife... Like, oh yeah, we have kids, they're just little dogs. Like, Let me be clear, I don't, like... I don't think it's a terrible comparison. In ways, your dogs are like 2-year-olds. And that's the thing, is they don't ever grow up. Like, my 12-year-old Edgar acts like a typical 2-year-old child. The best trained dogs in the world have essentially the brain capacity of toddlers. Oh, we gotta go way up here, don't we? These mice are the worst enemies in the game. Look at this. This is pretty redonk. I'm gonna go on the record as saying this is pretty redonk. Come on back. Oh, thankfully that was the last one. Whew. That said, there are definitely good aspects of being a dog owner versus a parent. For example, we brought our puppy Rydia home last December, and like 2 days after we brought her home, we were able to leave the house without getting a dog sitter. Like, we could just put her in her little crate and just leave her there. If you put a child, you put a toddler in a crate, and you'd be like explaining, like, but officer, I put him in a crate with a bowl full of formula. Wouldn't go well. One of my favorite subreddits to visit is the Best of Legal Advice subreddit. And lots of people ask for legal advice about animal problems, about issues that they're having with their pets, or issues they're having with somebody else's pets. And one piece of legal advice that I see given a lot is... Oh, thanks for the exp. I would like to level up so I don't die. I can put on a medical herb if I need to, though. But yeah, one piece of advice that people have to be told is that, well, in the eyes of the law, in American law, I should point out, it's predominantly a US-focused subreddit. But pets are considered property. Your pets are your property. There are obviously laws against animal cruelty and things, but legally, when the question is, like, what are you allowed to do with an animal, the question comes down to who owns it. And every time this happens, you get people who get, like, really offended that that's the law. Like, it gets pointed out, like, you can't actually own another creature, it's slavery, man. Like, well, okay, but legally, it's not. Legally, you own the dog. Nope, send me back. Send me back in. Don't rush, you must be patient. I'm not going to be patient. I'm not your patient. Let me go. Actually, I'll take a lap around the house real quick. Why not? So... Eat rats, huh? You could eat, like, this tree. Oh, that sounds awful. Well, you could move back into your hole, I suppose. And also, you cats are doing a terrible job. I think that plant right there is my medical herb plant. I do believe. Up on the second floor, for some reason, Dr. Leo has a church in his house. And we can't get anywhere else on the second floor. No other rooms are available. No problem. But some people take great offense to that. It's the idea that pets are property, and that's how the law views them. I guess we should check out this suffering cat. As much as my body is locked. Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. Are you the suffering cat? No. Alright, I need to go back and kill more monsters then. Let's get back to it. Okay, so there should not be any monsters on this floor. I guess it does kind of bother me a little bit that the layout of the dungeon we're seeing beneath us isn't actually the layout of the dungeon. It's just like a kind of a generic tile set that tessellates as you scroll around. And yes, I ripped all of these graphics for RPG Maker back in the day. Excuse you. Oh, we're gonna have to kill some of these monsters again because we didn't actually clear their monster lair yet. I don't know, I feel like if you ask for legal advice, and the legal advice somebody gives you is, well, it's the law, so it would be kind of bad form to complain about that. Alright, come here, you. There's another mouse lair up there. It's a great door! How great is that door? I mean, it's okay. Take one step back here. Wonderful. Wonderful. Once we're off this floor, we can take the ice armor off and put on better armor. Well, we're not going to die as much. Not a fan of the scrub and bubbles, I gotta be honest. I think they're doing the majority of the damage to us. Shoutouts to Eddie for sponsoring this video. If you liked the video and you want to see more, please tickle my thumb, leave a friendly comment, and ring my little bell.